Hi, everybody. I am David, and I'm going to be telling you all what my favorite films of 2013 were. Um, to me, I love movies, as some of you might know, and I thought, why not do a list? I know I made a list one year in 2011, I think. I didn't make one in 2012, but I have been doing it on IMDb, where I have a list of all the movies I've seen every year, and I just rank them on how I feel I enjoy them. And these are my top 13. So I made a list here, and I have the page up already, so I can read them off to you guys. I'm not going to go in depth on why I enjoy them. I'll probably just make a little summary about why I enjoyed it. Um, and maybe you guys will agree with me, maybe you won't. Hopefully, some of these films you guys enjoyed too. I enjoyed a lot of movies this year. Unfortunately, some of them couldn't make the top 10. Some of them almost made it. Maybe I'll mention them along the way. I don't know. So, I guess we should start at number 10. Uh, my 10th favorite film this year is Now You See Me, starring Jesse Eisenberg. Common was in it. Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, I think, was also in it. There was someone else in it, but she escapes me right now. Was it Emma Stone? I don't think so. I forgot. But Michael Caine was also in it, and what's his name? Morgan Freeman was also in it, and it was filled with these guys are all talented. I think every actor pulled their weight in this film. The movie was a lot of fun for me, and it was kind of like The Prestige, but not as serious. It was, but with an Ocean's 11 feel to it, which was a lot of fun, I thought. And yeah, it was cool. It was magic, but with a heist involved, which I enjoyed quite a lot. And I hear they're making a sequel, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they'll make that work, especially with the big twist at the end, which kind of doesn't really make any sense, but I let it slide anyways because I enjoyed the film so much. So yeah, that was my 10th favorite film of this year. Uh, Now You See Me. My number 9 favorite, which yeah, I guess it was my ninth favorite. Kick Ass 2. I just watched that again the other night and I loved it. I thought it was great. Maybe not as good as the first Kick Ass film, um, but it was cool. And Jim Carrey was in that one. And I love Jim Carrey. I've been a huge Jim Carrey fan since I was a kid. So he's like one of my inspirations, I guess, on becoming an actor because he was so, you know, talented, man. He went from this comedian, Ace Ventura to something like Internal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I mean, he just showed the world, in my opinion, how versatile he really is. And it's sad that he still hasn't won an Academy Award for something yet, because he has so many great dramatic roles as well as comedic roles that I think the Academy overlooks him. And plus, he's a Canadian, and us Canadians stick up for our fellow Canadians. So, yeah, Kick Ass 2 was loved it. Elysium with Matt Damon and Jodie Foster and Charlton. Oh, I'm gonna pronounce this name wrong. Charlton Copley. Um, he's a great actor too, by the way. He was also in District 9, which was directed by Neil Blomkamp, um, and which I love. District 9. District 9 was my favorite film of 2009. I think it was. It was 2009 or 2010 that movie was released in, and I think it was 2009. It was my favorite movie of that year. I know that for sure, and so I was really looking forward to Elysium a lot. I knew it was gonna be awesome, and I was right. I loved it a lot. It wasn't as good as District 9, but it was still entertaining, I think. It was entertaining enough to make it on my top 10 list of favorite films. Notice I'm saying favorite and not best, because best and favorite are two different things, and in my opinion, anyways. But yeah. My number 7th seven favorite film of the year is The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug. Um, a lot of people say they like this Hobbit movie more than the last one. Me, it's a little bit reverse. I love them both equally in a way, but for me, I actually like the first Hobbit movie more than this one. I still like this one a lot. That's why it's on my top 10. But I think for me, I felt the last one was setting up things nicely, and got at the end we saw Golem and all that. This one we get Legolas, which is pretty awesome. He's back, and as you know, Orlando Bloom is back as Legolas. Ian McKellen is awesome as Gandalf. Um, but the thing that bugged me about this movie, and that's maybe the reason why I didn't give it a higher rating, um, better than the. That's probably why I like the first Hobbit movie more. Is the other one had an ending that felt like, okay, you could go away, and even though there's still going to be two more and they didn't really finish their quest, it felt like there was an ending there that could leave you satisfied. This, even the Two Towers, when you watch the Two Towers, there's an ending there that kind of leaves you satisfied, um, until the next one. This one, the way they leave you hanging is like a punch in the stomach. Not in a bad way. I mean, it's like it will have you at the edge of your seat, being like, "What?" But and excited for the next one, obviously. But endings like that, uh, they piss me off, man. Uh, and number six is the Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I actually enjoyed this Hunger Games even more than the last one. Um, um, I thought the first Hunger Games was pretty cool. I liked it, but this one definitely got things rolling even more. The beginning was a little hard to get through. I guess a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. It's been a while since I last seen it, so once I see it again, I'll remember for sure. But I have it at sixth place for a reason. I must have liked it a lot. Um, yeah, it was really good, and just like The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smog. This one leaves you hanging and will have you raising your fist at the theater or while watching it at the end. Oh, man, I hate those type of endings. I really do. Cliffhangers. Number five, sorry. World War Z. I loved World War Z. I actually thought this movie turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to because when I saw the trailers, I wasn't really that impressed. I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead, but eh, I don't know. For some reason, I wasn't impressed with World War Z's trailers. And then when I saw the movie, I actually liked it a lot more. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. Is because maybe my maybe my expectations about it were pretty low. So yeah. Number four, I picked Star Trek Into Darkness. I loved the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek film. That was probably my favorite movie of 2009. It was that or District 9. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. This one was, just as good as the last one. I think I put the last Star Trek film a little bit higher. But if I were all of you, if you know anybody that's a Star Trek fan, I heard a lot of Star Trek fans hated this one. Um, right, because Star Trek fans, they're still talking about Enterprise, one of the best series ever, right, guys? No, they're still arguing about Captain Kirk versus Captain Picard. So I don't know. Like I enjoyed the Next Generation. I was never a huge Star Trek fan, but I enjoyed the old movies. Yeah, they were pretty good, but they weren't like amazing. Wrath of Khan and not class, First Contact, Star Trek First Contact was probably those two were probably like near the best. But compared to Abrams Star Trek films, they don't even like touch them. Abrams is a genius when it comes to directing. I enjoyed Mission Impossible 3. I loved Super 8. I Lost was one of my favorite shows of all time. But Abrams' Star Trek films were definitely like the best films I think he's done so far when it comes to big blockbusters. Um, and yeah, Star Trek fans, they're messed up. They're not caught up with reality. And if they think this is really the worst Star Trek film of all time, I would not take their advice. They probably think like the very Star Trek Wrath of Khan is better than The Godfather or Star Wars or the original Star Wars trilogy or even Lord of the Rings. Like, no. If anything, these last two Star Trek movies probably have a chance at being up there. If the third one succeeds, if the third one turns out to be even better than the last two, then it could be considered this could be this considered the Star Trek trilogy that could rise up against some of the best. Um okay, maybe not, but yeah. Don't listen to Star Trek fans. I know not all Star Trek fans are like that. I know there's some out there that know J.J. Abrams has done really good movies for them and appreciate the work. Um, but guys, get over your geekness, your nerdy fangasms about the old. Get off the nostalgic train for a while and see what these movies really are. They really are really well made, nicely put together films. So, my number three movie of 2013 is This Is the End. James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Jay Baruchel. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Um, you know, definitely the funniest film of the year is This Is the End. So many great cameos in the film. Emma Watson is a standout, I think. One of the standouts for me in that film. Um, Seth Rogen and James Franco. I mean, you put those two together, I don't think you could go no wrong with those two, especially with James Franco. No, Seth Rogen, you need both of them. Like, that's just like the best twosome right there, I guess. Twosome. Um, yeah, definitely. Funniest film of the year. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. Unless you are someone that's very religious and holds that to heart, you might get offended. But when you're watching movies, like, put that aside for a while and just enjoy the movie for what it is. That's what I say. Um, my number two favorite movie is Iron Man 3. Robert Downey Jr. is amazing as usual as this character. He is Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. The rest of the cast is all awesome. I even love the twist. I know a lot of fans were angry with the Mandarin twist towards the end, but me personally, I loved it. And yeah, I think this is the best Iron Man movie for me. It wasn't as good as the Avengers, but it was the best Iron Man movie. I liked it better than the first two. I enjoyed the first two a lot, and yeah, it was right there. And my number one favorite movie of 2013 would have to be Man of Steel. I love Superman Returns, and I love the first two Superman movies a lot. Obviously, to today's standards, they're kind of outdated, but they're enjoyable. They still have that charm to it that I think they're still watchable today. Um, I even enjoyed Superman 3 for what it's worth. I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be, and there's some memorable moments in those, like the garbage dump scene where Superman versus Clark Kent are fighting. Superman 4 is really bad. Supergirl, I don't even want to get into that one. Maybe I'll do like a Superman movie thing where I'll talk more about those ones. But Man of Steel is definitely, in my opinion, the best Superman film um, to date. Was it perfect? No, but I think it was definitely in the right direction to what I think this is what people wanted to see with Superman Returns. I love Superman Returns a lot at at the time in 2006. I think that was my favorite film of 2006 because I just love the character of Superman. I think the character is great and underappreciated. I think we need heroes that like it's great to have Batman and Wolverine, but it's good to have a hero that kind of inspires you to do good and that wants you like that has these good ambitions and morals that people should in some ways follow. Um, it's good to help your fellow man and all that, and try to look at the best of people and not always think that the world is full of darkness. And that's what Superman's about. It's about hope, having hope. And I felt this movie, maybe Superman Returns didn't touch on that. Nah, maybe they did. But Man of Steel was definitely a step in the right direction. Now that we know that Batman is going to be on the next one, Batman versus Superman, I mean, it's going to be awesome. I even think Ben Affleck is a great choice for Batman, and I'm not too sure about Gal Gadot, uh, Gadot or whatever. Um, I don't know if she'll be a good Wonder Woman, but Idris Elba for Lex Luthor. I'm telling you, that would be amazing. I'm hearing Denzel Washington rumors about that. It's a rumor right now, so I don't know. But I wouldn't mind Denzel Washington as Lex Luthor. That would be interesting. It would be. Or maybe I read that he would be Green Lantern. I don't remember right now. But I wouldn't mind any of those two as Lex Luthor. Um, Green Lantern, I would just bring back what's his name? Ryan Reynolds. Um, I don't think the movie was as bad as people made it out to be, so I don't know. But this is a topic for another time. This is my 2013 movie list. And let's just say I'm going to wrap it up here. Man of Steel, my favorite movie of the year. Was it the best, most well-made movie? Um Maybe not, but this is my list and I can choose the list any way I want, and if you don't agree with me, I don't know what to say. You I don't know. You have no good taste. I don't know. So I'm going over the limit here. It's already 17 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up and say I can't wait for 2014. That's gonna be an awesome year. We have some great movies coming out. X-Men: Days of Future Past. We got Godzilla, which looks all right so far. We need a better trailer though to like really get us excited about that. Amazing Spider-Man 2 has a lot of geek stuff in there that we can get all excited about. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's a lot of great movies coming out next year that I'm really looking forward to. Not as good as 2015, which looks even better, but yeah, I guess that's it. So maybe I'll make a list of my top 2014 films. I'll try to come up with 10 films, and we'll see that. If you guys like this list, let me know. Please leave a comment and please like my video. Tell me you like my list. I don't know. Tell me shit. I don't know. Say your video is shit and give me a dislike. I don't care. As long as I know you people are watching this video and you guys are liking or disliking it, I don't care. I don't care. I mean I care, but you know what? I'm gonna stop now before I go overboard with this conversation, and just like or dislike. I At this moment I'm desperate. Okay, so that's all. Thanks.